Hi, my name is Glenn. I'm a baby boomer. I was born in December 1956. I have only recently come to fully understand the importance of sharing my story, which in turn enables me to overcome fear and to courageously ask for what I want. Here's my story. When I was 27, I married a man. Together, we had 2 children, one of whom is a member of the LGBT community. During my 18-year marriage, I experienced the joys of being a stay-at-home mom and a part-time substitute teacher. I was a PTA volunteer, a Cub Scout leader, a tennis mom, a basketball mom, soccer mom, piano lessons mom, baseball mom, Girl Scout leader, drama club and chorus mom. My 2 children are grown now. Both are in their 30s, and I'm now a very proud grandmother. Several years after my marriage ended, I came to realize at age 49 that I too am a member of the LGBT community. While I am not fond of labels, I realize that labels sometimes help others to better understand who we are. I identify as the B in LGBT, so I'm bisexual. I've been in a relationship with a wonderful woman for about 13 years now. I'm very fortunate in that my partner is accepted and loved by my adult children, their spouses, even my ex-husband. We often spend Thanksgiving together and celebrate other birthdays and holidays. I am so grateful for the love and acceptance from my family. In 2006, I began a new job with a large, publicly held, conservative corporation here in Atlanta. I worked there for nearly 2 years before I became aware that there was another LGBT coworker in my midst. My work life was lived deep in the closet because I did not see many others like me at work. I covered who I was. I did not tell my coworkers that I have a partner. Her photo was not displayed on my desk, only photos of my 2 offspring. You might wonder why I did not bring my authentic self to work. The reason is that I was fearful because it is legal in Georgia and at least 25 other states to terminate an employee simply because of their sexual orientation of being gay. I did not want to be on the street searching for a new job in my 50s, and I certainly did not want to tell a prospective employer that I'd been terminated from a prior role. So I stayed in the closet at work, and believe me, it takes a lot of extra energy to squelch that fear while pretending to be someone else in the workplace. In 2015, when I'd been with the company for about 9 years, and I was still fearful and still in that closet, I received a company email that employee resource groups, or ERGs, were going to be forming at work to allow coworkers to gather and get to know other employees who share common interests or common affinities in certain areas. The purpose of these groups is to recognize diversity in the workplace and to create a more inclusive work environment. I was really excited about this news, and I thought to myself, someone else will start an LGBT group at work, and I will join, and I'll be safe because it's company sanctioned. So I sat back and I waited for someone else to start the LGBT group. Several months went by and that did not occur. Then something very significant happened in my own family. My youngest child, who was 5 years out of college and enjoying a wonderful career as a high school choral director with one of Atlanta's private parochial schools, was asked to resign from that job with only 6 weeks left in the school year. There was no notice, no opportunity to finish the school year. The resignation was demanded immediately. The reason given was that my offspring is a member of the LGBT community and was no longer welcome at the school. There were never any performance issues at work. In fact, glowing recommendations had been the norm for 5 years. There was nothing to be done except resign, because it is absolutely legal for an employer to terminate on the grounds of sexual orientation here in Georgia. As you might imagine, this forced resignation shook my offspring and our family to our very core. Take a moment to think about it. Imagine if this happened to someone in your own family. How would you feel if a loved one was forced to resign from a job because of who they love? The reality was staggering. It was at this point that I realized I could not continue to sit back and wait for someone else at work to start that LGBT employee resource group. I realized that it had to be me. It was up to me to overcome my fear and to come out of my own closet to support myself, my family, and my coworkers. The result is that I have worked hard over the last 5 years as a founding member of the LGBT group. Initially, I was terrified. I was required to make presentations to top company executives to explain the importance of forming the group. I had known many of those company executives for 9 years, yet they did not know the authentic me. By coming out to them and sharing my story, I realized that by and large, I had their support. Now, as the current 2019 president of the LGBT group at work, that has afforded me the ability to meet so many other employees, some of whom are members of the LGBT community, and many are strong allies. 5 years into this journey, I am honored to be able to meet with company leaders and employees to share my story as well as hear theirs. Additionally, executives have been willing to step forward and participate on discussion panels to explain what they do in their own departments to help each and every employee feel safe enough to be themselves at work. These executives have been eager to learn and support, and that's because I have overcome my own fear, found my voice, and I'm willing to speak up and ask for what I want. I am so very grateful that my employer supports ERGs to enable employees like me to feel comfortable bringing my authentic self to work, resulting in a happier, more productive, and more engaged employee. Thanks so much.